So I took a break from working full time, right? And I left my warehouse job and I was applying jobs online. I realized a lot of things about people that when it comes to jobs. Why do a lot of people like the job shame? Like it makes no sense to me because I actually went ahead and applied at a Dollar Tree because I decided to get some part-time money, just something a little stable. And I took a break from working full time because when I worked at that full-time warehouse job, it left me to be super physically tired and it didn't really let me to pursue what I really wanted to do. And the management at that job was also very toxic too. Like the rules were very inconsistent and they were always changing rules and stuff. But it was just also like I was tired of just chasing a bag of money that I feel like I'll never get ahead in a way, because my rent is very expensive. I spend over $1,000 in rent and it's just for a one bedroom, It's kind of crazy. But anyways, I've been just kind of hanging out, right? Just saving money, working side hustles, gig apps and stuff to make extra money. And then I realized that a lot of people like the job shame and it just makes no sense to me. Like, what makes no sense to me about the job shaming part is like, why do people look down on others if they're working for a paycheck? Because everybody else is also doing the same thing and it just doesn't make any sense. Like working at the warehouse job full time, crazy ass hours with overtime and everything made me realize is there is a lot more to life than just working. Like when we were kids, man, we actually went outside, and did stuff, but like it makes you realize that life is very valuable. And I feel like life is taken way for granted for everybody these days. I do think we all need to like take a step back and relax a little bit too. Like I feel like we should all need to go outside every once in a while, get some fresh air if we need to. Like I know it's winter, but I don't know, man. Just the simple things in life are the most valuable things in my opinion. Don't ever let a job define you who you are because I've done some other jobs too that a lot of people have looked down on. Like I actually worked like at McDonald's, right? And I did it in my 20s because I was in between jobs to get a better job. I used it as a stepping stone. And honestly, guys, it really isn't that bad. The customers kind of suck a little bit, but the job itself really isn't that not bad. Like for me, I do like to move around and help people and I'm a very proactive guy. But like I don't know, I just felt like there was a lot of stigma behind these crazy ass jobs. And I even did like gig jobs at amusement parks at an amusement park called Worlds of Fun. It's in Kansas City, Missouri. But I don't know, you guys may have heard of it. But if you guys are not from the area, you may not know what it is. But yeah, it was definitely a fun little experience, and I just don't get it. Sometimes the best things in life are just simplicity, such as this gameplay in this YouTube channel. I also seen a lot of rich people who are very financially successful, but they didn't work in other parts of their life, so they seem like the most miserable people ever, and some of them were very lonely, and even the most materialistic things did not always make them satisfied. While I met some people who worked at McDonald's were the happiest people ever with some of them. Like, yes, the money wasn't the greatest, but like everything else, like there was a guy who was married. He was very happy working at McDonald's, just helping customers because he loved the job and what made him happy. And he also had a side hustle too to get more money. But yeah, he enjoyed what he did. And it was actually really refreshing to see because there was a lot of cool people who work these jobs. And there's more adults who work in the fast food industry than you guys think. The most important thing, guys, is you need to realize is that the job itself does not define who you are. It's actually your happiness and well-being. If you're happy working at a job that pays the bills and helps you get by and while you're pursuing all the things you want to do, that's great, and that's the only thing that should really matter the most. Like, I would rather work a lower paying job and be a little bit happier and be able to do what I want to do and have some energy than work a job that will physically make me so tired that I would not want to come back to work. And not only that, not be able to have enough energy to pursue what I want to do. It's all about balance. Like, let's be honest, not everyone wants to work, man. And I do like to work when I can, but I don't like to work myself to the bone where I can't do anything else because there's a lot more other important things I would want to do too. If I had a family to provide and everything, then yes, I would understand why I would have to work a lot more hours. But for me, I don't have any children, so I don't have to provide for anyone but myself. And shit, you know what? If I don't get this job at Dollar Tree, I will go to McDonald's if I have to because you know why? Because I don't mind working there because it's money, and it pays enough for me to get by and do what I want to do. I did have some people ask me about me wanting to go to college, and I did have some interest in the beginning of this year, but the reality with a lot of it is that I don't have that kind of money for one, and two, I realize college really isn't for me, and I would rather do something different and take a risk and try to benefit my life for the better, if that makes sense. And I have other buddies who do other types of work too, like working in trades and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, it does sound interesting. It may not be my passion, but it does pay the bills. But at the same time, I definitely would not want to break my back all the time. But it honestly depends what field I get in. And I think if I were to do a trade, I would probably do something like, cleaning up after everybody with scrap wire or something, because there's a lot of janitorial type positions that pay pretty good in that field. But also remember that all the jobs we do, even if it's our careers, they all come and go. And it's kind of sad, but at the same time, we should all cherish what we have and what we've done in our lives. Life is a journey and it's not a destination. And don't listen to everybody that tries to bring you down with their stigmas and platitudes, dude, because it's not always like that, man. Because you know what? Their advice is not always your best advice. Sometimes not everyone has to listen to all advice and do what's best for them. We should definitely show a lot more appreciation to our fast food workers, our industry workers, our warehouse workers, our agriculture workers, anything that provides goods and services to keep our society running. We should definitely be a lot more grateful, man, because the convenience is key in this society. And it's really nice to have everything at our fingertips, or we can just go to the store and everything. If you ever do catch yourself like looking down at a worker of any kind, I want to ask you something. What makes you any better than them? What offer do you bring to the table that offers more value and makes more money than these workers? And to anyone who does feel challenged and they want to answer my question, feel free to comment down below, man, because I would like to read what you got to say. People can be extremely cruel, and it's not fair to judge people who, if you haven't been in their shoes. Thank you all so much for listening. My name is Amarx Games, or my personal name is Blue. Anyone that's new to this channel, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. I've been thinking about doing some story time videos because I have a lot of crazy stories I want to tell you guys about, because holy shit, man, my 20s has been kind of crazy when it comes to crazy stuff happening to me, and you guys would love to hear what I have to say probably. Also, hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay of MW2. I was playing on the map Terminal, and yes, it's been a long time since I played this map, but yeah, I think I was playing with real people, but there's sometimes in this modded version of MW2 that I can't tell if I'm playing with bots or not, because this version have servers all the time. Some of them will say like 0 people have joined, but then real people be playing. So it's really confusing. But sometimes the real people do kick my ass a lot, and it's fine. But there's times where people act like bots, or the bots act like real players. So I got to give props to the devs of this mod to make this look really realistic at times. But at the end of the day, guys, I am extremely grateful that I could still play this game, because I do have the original MW2 on PS3, but I have my PS3 jailbroken and I can't play online. Otherwise, I'd probably try to play online and get a capture card and record it OG style, because I always wanted to record my PS3 footage as a kid. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one, so I'll see you later.